Lucario is actually my favorite Pokemon, so when I found out that Pokemon made a deck for him, I had to get my hands on it. And it comes with 3 of the Mega Lucarios, which is hard enough for me to just get one of them in my grasp. So I can't wait to actually take a look at this. It comes with a full Lucario-based deck, along with a deck box, die, and then some counters. I think this thing's super cool. Let's crack it open and actually check this out. I have sleeves for it too, which I know if I put them in the sleeves, it won't fit the deck box anymore, which is kind of fine with me. Mainly what I want to do is I kind of want to see how good these things really are. I mean, I can see the cards that it has, at least what type as Mega Lucario, Riolu, Hariyama, Makuhita, Solvok, Lunatone, excuse me, Fezadipity EX, and Moonblood Ursula EX. Which I don't know what Fezadipity EX is. That's a little bit on the new side, and I know the Blood Moon Ursaluna is part of the like new type series where there's like multiple different versions of all these Pokemon, which I think is really cool. But yeah, let's take a look here. So it comes with, of course, the counters, and then it has a little description guide like how they do with the ETBs or with anything else to show off like different card abilities and effects. Oh, and it gives you a full breakdown on how the deck can work. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Here is the passcode with a QR scan, and then the code itself. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. Here's a deck box. It's a full like fighting deck box. That's actually kind of sick. And then the die itself, which I always love collecting dice. And then of course all of the holo cards, they keep it nice and packed sealed, which I like this better than with Yu-Gi-Oh! And their structure decks, because these it's easy for me to be able to like sleeve them up if I want to real quick or whatnot. So it seems the major point of the Lucario deck is to get out Mega Lucario X for his Aura Jap ability, which allows you to attach 3 basic energy cards from my discard pile to any bench Pokemon in any way I'd like. That being said, we then use Lunatone and Solrock to then be able to discard energies and then keep up with draw power the entire time. We then use the heavy hitters such as Fezandipity, Ursaluna, or even Hariyama to go ahead and back up our Mega Lucario EX in case if we do lose all 3 of them. Which I don't see really happening. I see we're only going to use these guys in like the back end in case we really have to clutch the game. I can't wait to see how this deck really works. A terrible deck, honestly. I really like the idea of using even normal types and dark types that just don't require having dark cards. I've been trying to play with that myself, and I was in the middle of building a Lucario deck when I have looked into this card a couple of times, and I've thought about how useful it really is. This is its secret box, and here I'll read it for you guys. You can use this card only if you discard 3 other cards from your hand. Search your deck for an item card, a Pokemon tool card, and a supporter card, and a stadium card. Reveal them and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. So it's a 4-for-4 cost, just straight up off the bat. It's super easy to get exactly what you need in case you're getting kind of bricked out. Flip the script is also not bad on Fezadipity. This guy right here, it's so pretty too. Gosh. Once during your turn, if any of your Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn, you may draw 3 cards. You can use more than one. Flip the script ability each turn. So as long as and other cards also have, that's not bad. And then Ursaluna is not a bad one either for all around just beat down. Because if my opponent has a bunch of prize cards taken, and this thing costs nothing to even do with Blood Moon, which is a easy 240 attack on top. This deck seems pretty just playable out of the box, I can't lie. Alright, my overall review, I paid, what was it, 22 and some change. That's I think like a little bit after tax. And I did get it off of Amazon, which I wasn't super happy about, but GameStop was charging double for the same deck. Overall, my honest review is it's not a bad deal. You know, you get a fully functional deck, it seems like. If you wanted to make a couple changes, you could, though, you know, you really don't need to. It has plenty of stuff like Lay's Determination, the Pokeball, the Switch, having Boss's Orders. Like, you don't need to. I think you could possibly walk into a tournament, not take it by storm, but at least win a game or two, you know, with something like this. I'd have to give it a solid 6.7 out of 10. I would honestly be willing to see what people would do with a deck like this after a little bit of modification. I wouldn't mind taking this to a tournament to see how well it does, and then going back the next week after reconfiguring it just to see if it was even how much more it's worth. If you guys want to see something like that, let me know in the comments, like the video, and yeah, hope you guys to see you guys in the next one. Bye.